So in this session we are going to cover the NgRx getting started tutorial. So it's a simple it's the simplest tutorial that's available in this website, which is actually the official website. So to access it, you go to ngrx.io, which is the official NgRx website, and then you click on get started and it will directly take you to the page. So there is a bunch of information in the beginning that you can read and look at. All right, and then they start on the tutorial. When you start reading the tutorial, they are giving you two links. So the first one, which is the final example that you're supposed to reach when you finish the tutorial, and the second one, which is the starting point from which to on which you will do the tutorial, sorry. So which is kind of just the Angular generated app with the dependencies already prepared in the package.json that are required to work with the store. So these two links are actually links to StackBleed's applications. So I have already opened them. All right, so when you open them, it will start installing the dependencies, and then the browser side might get stuck in the starting point. So for that, you will need to launch the command ngserve to unstuck it. All right, so this link is the one which already has the final example, as you can see. So you can see the my counter folder here and some counter files and some stuff in the web browser page, and the other link is the starting point. Okay, so it's a simple Angular app which has a title here, and the only difference with the generated app is that it has already the dependencies that you will need for NgRx. All right, for this tutorial. So I always prefer to work on my local VS Code instead of StackBleed's. It will allow you to work with the extensions that you already have in your IDE. So in my case, I use the Angular Language Service extension, which is an official Angular extension for VS Code, which allows you to control click from the template directly to the class file, etc. All right, so we are not going to work here, so I encourage you to download those projects in different folders. So I have already downloaded them, and I have two VS Code windows that are open. One is with the final project. All right, you see it already has the my counter folder, and the other one is the starting one. So you see one folder is called NgRx getting started start, and NgRx getting started final. So the start one doesn't have the counter yet. All right, I also have the console, a console for each a console tab opened for each folder, and I have installed the dependencies using npm install and started the apps in both of them in different ports with ngserve. All right, so I started first the final one, so it opened on the default port, which is 4200, and then I started the second one, which assigned a different port, in this case 55360. All right, so let's so here the 4200 is open, and there we will open the other one. All right, 55360. all right, so yeah, so the first tutorial is about 3 buttons and one label that is displayed with a number. So obviously, as you can understand, we have a number with an initial value of 0. If we increment, it will increment it by 1. If we decrement it, it will decrement it by 1, If we reset it, it will put it back to 0. All right, so very simple. And yeah, so that's the final example that we want to reach. All right, so for that, before starting on the tutorial, we are going to have a look at how the store looks like in the Redux DevTools. So as you can see, the Redux DevTools are grayed out here because it's not enabled. Even you see that we just see the stuff related to the extension itself, but we don't see the state of the app, which should be far lighter than this. So the next step will be to enable those dev tools for this app so that we can see how the store looks like.